catch more, or just to listen in general to my whole entire life soundtrack, please check me out on Spotify, Tidal, and or Apple Music. Just search Songology with Kei Marie. Music is a wonderful outlet for me. It's kind of like a good place for me to be me without knowing, or without having to focus on it. It's something that I do very well. And it's an escape from everyday life for me. So whenever I can hear music, or rather singing in the shower, in my car, I have whole concerts everywhere. But music is an escape. It's a warm place, like a safe place. It's a safe place for me. When I was younger, it was a mix. So it was 80s. So it was like old school reggae for sure. Dancehall music. So your BEANIE Man and your Lady Saw. And then it was your old school grandma mix when she cleaned it and everything. Like your Marvin Gaye and your Aretha Franklin, and then they switch it on the gospel, and you got your Shirley, Shirley, and the Clarks and all them. Yeah. And who was if I'm at grandma's house, grandma doing it. Everybody had their own little mix, whether they're cleaning or if they're just hanging out. Barbecues and family get-togethers, so it was always around, really. My name is Kei Marie Worthy. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. I am a daughter, a friend, a sister, a big sister, actually. A granddaughter, a niece, a creative all the way around, no matter how you spin it. I am a vocalist. I sing in natural progression. I am the leading lady, of natural progression. So that's one of the things I do. And then I'm also a business owner, and I create. I said that before, but I am a creative. So I whip shea butter, I wire wrap rings and necklaces and bracelets and anklets, toe rings, whatever anyone needs. And I also make essential oil roll-ons, alcohol-free ones. And I am a forever learner. Man, listen, SADE she's timeless. I believe she's extremely timeless, and I think I was talking to one of my friends about this recently. Love songs then by women were from a totally different place. When you think of 30s, back then they were talking about stay with me forever until the end of all ways, and don't let me love on you, let me build into you, let me cherish you, let me do these things for you so you can be what you need to be for us. And now it's like, oh, we only got one night, and it's just a different caliber of grown. Like now I'm like, oh, I'm 30, but when you listen to those in the 80s love songs, they hit differently. People were swooning, getting on their knees, ain't too proud to beg. Now we too proud to do anything and too prideful in general. And SADE, she's beautiful. She's one of us. And she commands spaces just as an adult. And I'm just now getting to a point where I'm like, wow, I'm really an adult. But cherish what's happening now. Like, be in the moment, be here, be present. That's it. Be here, be present, and worry about everything else when that comes. And I think that's how I live my life. Like, oh, tomorrow's coming, that's cool. I'll plan for it. But today, while I'm in today, I need to enjoy today and plan today out. Let me live through today. I'll worry about tomorrow when tomorrow gets here, type of deal. So just in case anything happens, no one could ever say, oh, well, I wish you would have. I was like, I did. what I needed to do. I did. I was who I needed to be when I needed to be. And I feel like cherishing the day is kind of like taking it all in and being who you need to be for whether yourself, which I'm very serious about, being who I need to be for me, and then being who I am to other people on purpose. So being intentional and being very, very sure that that's who I want to be for them and for myself simultaneously. Yeah, so cherish the day, be in now, because tomorrow will take care of itself type of deal. It's funny because I do have West Indian roots. Like, it's real. My dad, biological father, real deal, Holyfield, is Jamaican. But I remember when I was younger, like, I would have bad dreams and I can't sleep, and I'm rushing in the living room trying to put in the VHS to watch a dance hall tape. A dance hall cassette. A VHS. And I remember one day my mom came out and she was like, "What are you doing watching this? You can't watch this." Because dance hall, what was that? What was the BET after Uncut? Remember BET Uncut when all the crazy stuff would come on that you ain't supposed to be watching, but it's late, so they turn it on because they think everybody's asleep. Dance hall VHS tapes was like that, but 10 times worse. Woo! And I think I heard that song on one of the dance halls. And I was like, this is so dope. And I would be singing it and whining. My mom like, "You cannot do that. Don't move your body like that." I'm like, oh, okay. Okay, I'm not supposed to. All right. Like, but it was the bomb. But my mom will also say to me, sometimes in life, memories don't always live like people do. And when you're young, you don't get it. It doesn't click until you're older. And you're like, oh, man, I remember that friend I had. I remember that experience. And wow, we're not even friends anymore. Or wow, we don't even talk. But that memory of that person will always forever remain, whether it was good or bad. It's just the memory. That's what he said. Whether things are good or bad, it's just the memories that you had. And that's real. Like, he was, like, it sound good over a beat. But when you really slow it down and think about it, it's like, back to cherishing the day. Cherish where you are in the day, because the time is not going to last always. You're not going to be young always. You're not going to be physically fit always. Have fun. Enjoy your life. Live your life on purpose and out loud. And when the time is gone, you can reminisce on the time that it was here. And I feel like that's what that song is for me for sure. Because I think of childhood when she was like, "Girl, what you doing watching this?" Because it was like a BET Uncut and I was like 6. Like 6 or 7 watching dance hall videos. Lady Sigh. Lady Sigh. Girl. Nobody gonna tell me nothing. And I was, it was, yeah. That's what it was for me. It was just like, yeah, hang on to good people. And don't, take every experience as the experience. Don't look at everybody like they're a bad person or everything like it's such a horrible thing. Because sometimes certain shit is supposed to shake you up. And if it doesn't shake you up, you don't grow. You don't learn. When you're comfortable and you're in a nest, how can you grow outside of that nest if you're not put in a position that could potentially propel you if you take the lesson? So memories don't live like people do. But sometimes the lesson that they were supposed to leave, they left with you. And that the memory you had of them, whether it was good or bad, it don't matter. It's the memory that you had of them. And who are you now because of what you learned from them? So that's what that song, I know I went all the way around, but it started at a kid. But I haven't really been able to process it until I got older. So, Laaaady is my sister's song. Her name is Jamila Falak. And she is an artist in Kingston, Jamaica. She is my blood sister. We're related by our dads. And she went to Edna Manley Visual and Performing Arts School. So she had to perform for a grade in college. She plays upright bass, she plays piano, and she sings jazz very, very well. And she does, the reggae, and she does some pop. She's very fluent in so many different styles. But jazz really sticks out for me. Like when she was in school, she did a lot of scatting, and she was like, "Sis, you need to scat. I swear, if you scat, oh my God, it would be so." And I still haven't done it yet. It's coming. But she made this song called "Laaaady," and I remember she sent it to me. And she said, "So we finished recording this, and I want you to listen." And I listened to it, and I called her like, "Girl, oh my God." Just proud, just super, super proud of her. But also the song in general, saying I'm a lady, so life better treat me like that. Just like a queen wearing her crown, I deserve it. And then just at the point in my life where I was at, it was like, this makes sense. It makes sense. Like, I shouldn't accept anything if it doesn't flow with who I am trying to be. Because some things just can't stick because they're not meant to be. And it seems simple. I'm a lady. It sounds simple, but when you listen to the lyrics, you're like, wow. It's featured in different commercials in Jamaica. She performed at Tough Gong, Bob Marley's studios. Like a live. She when I say she's a bad girl, she had like a string section. She's playing the upright bass, and she is conducting a string section. What? She bad. I love her, and she always has great things to say about me, but she is one of the reasons that I go so hard, because she feels so highly about me. And a lot of times when I don't even stop to think about myself in that way, it's not that I'm down on myself. It's just like, oh, I'm everyday Lakeisha, or Key, as people know me as, but when I talk to her, she's my younger sister, and so somebody's on my back. You know what I mean? Somebody, I'm carrying somebody, and they actually have respect and love for me, and they have such high hopes and views of me. And that song, "Laaaady," is kind of like, chin up, somebody's watching. I don't know if you ever seen that one basketball game where the dude's head was down, and his teammate came up and said, we don't do that. We off that. Head up. And that's what that song does for me, and that's what she does for me. I love her. I love her because of who she is and who she's still becoming, and just to see her grow and to see her transition into this amazing person, not just artist. She's a beautiful artist, a wonderful writer, a wonderful musician, but just as this person, it's just every time I talk to her, I just be like, oh, this is my baby. Bill Withers' "Lean on Me." When I think of that song, it reminds me of No Lie, right? Okay, so it reminds me of, I was on my way to my kindergarten graduation. It sounds crazy, but I remember being on the way to my kindergarten graduation. I went to Our Lady of Peace in Cleveland. People who know Cleveland. OLP, class of 2007, we were graduating from kindergarten. These dark purple shirts with this gold lettering. And we on the way to the graduation. It was me, my stepdad, my little brother, and my mom. And I was like, I don't want to graduate today. I don't want to be away from my friends. They're like, you're only going to the next grade. I don't care. I don't want to. You know, we're driving, heading to the graduation. And I remember my mom just turning up the radio. And that was the song that was playing. We all need somebody. And I was like, I calmed down. And that song has always stuck in my head. But when I think about the lyrics in that, it's like, no matter how strong you feel you are, it's probably in your best interest to have somebody to lean on. And it may not be to overly crowd their space, but make sure you have people in your circle, in your life, that could potentially hoist you up when you can't hold yourself up. You know, somebody that listens to you, whether it's your therapist and your grandma, or your sister and your friend. Make sure you have somebody in your life that genuinely care about you and your well-being to lean on. That's it. Just make sure you have somebody in your life that you trust, that will hold you up when you can't hold yourself up. And I'm very independent. Like, those who know. But I am the last person to ever ask for help. But the fact that I have people in my life that'll answer the call, it really humbles me Because it's like, wow, all these people love me. And it's genuine love. Because, again, I am the person that exudes that love and that light to people that I truly care about. So I feel like that Bill Withers song is just like, no matter how strong, talking to me again, no matter how strong you think you are, you always should have somebody that you can depend on to equally. Yeah, and that's how life should work. You should always have somebody, even if it's one person. I don't care if it's your favorite tree outside that you go talk to and you're like, you're never going to tell my... I don't care. You need something or someone. Your dog, your cat. You need something to love on or to deposit your love into. I mean, of course you need that love back. So a tree might not work, but a pet may, because a pet loves you the same way, if not more, you know? So we all need someone or something to lean on. And I think that's a very true statement. To check out some of the behind the scene footage from my particular episode, make sure you check out iwptv.com. Thanks for tuning in.